call this meeting of the Common Council to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Horn.
Here.
Fire. Here. Peachy.
Here.
Miller.
Here.
Randall.
Here.
Lars. Tully.
Here.
Sauer.
Here.
Thank you. At this time, we'll entertain public participation. Anyone wishing to address the council may do so. We ask that you state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, we'll move on to proposed ordinance number 1-20, an ordinance to ordain as follows the City of Jefferson 2040 Comprehensive Plan. Alderman Miller, please.
Thank you. Mayor Opperman, fellow council members, and citizens. City Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin does ordain as follows. Section 1, pursuant to sections 61.35 and 62.23, Parent 2 and Parent 3 of Wisconsin statutes, the City of Jefferson is authorized to prepare and adopt a comprehensive plan as defined in section 66.1001, Parent 1, Parent A, and 66.1001, Parent 2 of the Wisconsin statutes. In Section 2, the City Council adopted its comprehensive plan update in 2008 entitled City of Jefferson Comprehensive Plan. In Section 3, the City Council adopted original comprehensive plan and has since followed written procedures designed to foster public participation in every stage of the preparation of a comprehensive plan update as required by State Statute 66.1001, Parent 4, Parent A of the Wisconsin statutes. In Section 4, the Plan Commission of the City of Jefferson, by a majority vote of the entire commission, recorded in its official minutes, has adopted a resolution recommending to the City Council the adoption of the City of Jefferson Comprehensive Plan Update. Section 5, the City of Jefferson has, in compliance with the requirements of Section 66.1001, Parent 4, Parent D of the Wisconsin statutes, provided opportunities for public involvement per its adopted public participation plan. In Section 6, the City Council held a public hearing on the proposed 2040 Comprehensive Plan on January 7, 2020, considered the public comments made and the recommendations of the Plan Commission and staff, and has determined to approve the recommended City of Jefferson 2040 Comprehensive Plan. Section 7, the City Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin does ordain that the proposed 2040 Comprehensive Plan update be adopted pursuant to Section 66.1001, Parent 4, Parent C of Wisconsin statutes. I so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brandel. Any discussion? This is the end of a long road, and appreciate everybody's participation along that way. Tim, did you have anything you wanted to add about this?
I think the only thing I would say, I'm not sure we discussed it at the first reading of this ordinance, but there were kind of two late changes that were made. One, I know the mayor had asked about a change in the plan to make downtown areas more pet-friendly. There was a text amendment made on page 90 of the plan, and then I think Bill asked somewhere along the line about the commercial designation on the future land use map for that Ducks Crossing area, and that map was changed for future land use to planned neighborhood, which would allow for that commercial use to continue, should that be what needs to happen in the future.
Thanks. Any questions, comments? If not, all in favor of approval of the 2040 Comprehensive Plan, please signify by saying aye as Sarah calls your name. No if you're opposed.
Fire. Aye. Peachy.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tully. Aye. Kraus.
Aye.
Horn.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Number 4, proposed ordinance 2-20, an ordinance to amend the electrical code section 120-2 of the City of Jefferson Municipal Code. For a first reading, Alderman Horn, please.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. Is this the first reading or second reading?
First reading.
Okay, because I just want to make sure. It says, thank you, Honorable Mayor, council members, citizens of Jefferson. Ordinance 2-20, Section 120-2 Electrical Code. A, state code applies. All electrical work, including the placing of wires and other equipment, shall conform with the Wisconsin Administration Code SPS 316 State Electrical Code, which is hereby made by reference as part of this chapter. B, no electric wiring or other equipment shall be installed or altered without first securing a permit therefore from the electrical inspector, except the repairs or replacements of broken or defective sockets, switches, or base receptacles may be made without a permit, or the work is specifically exempted per SPS 316. The application for such permits shall be on a form furnished by the electrical inspector and shall state clearly the work planned, alterations to be made, and equipment and materials to be used. And all later deviation from such plan must be submitted to and approved by the electrical inspectors. Fees shall be established in section 120-1G. Inspection of work. After rough and wiring of any building and before any such work is covered up or upon completion of any outside wiring construction work, the person doing such work shall notify the electrical inspector, who shall at once inspect or cause to be inspected, the same per SPS 316. If he finds that the work conforms to electrical state electrical code, he shall issue a certificate of compliance which shall contain the date and an outline of the result of such inspection, a duplicate of which shall be filed by location in the office of electrical inspector. No person shall use any electrical equipment until such certificate has been issued. Subsection 120-3, permits required. A, general permit required. No building, plumbing, or electrical work shall be performed in the city unless a permit therefore is obtained as required in the provisions of this chapter. B, penalty payment of fees. All fees shall be paid to the city administrator, and a receipt showing that such fees prescribed by ordinance have been paid present to the building, electrical, and plumbing inspectors before such inspector shall issue to the owner or his agent a building, electrical, or plumbing permit. C, permit lapses. A building, electrical, or plumbing permit shall lapse and be void unless operations under the permit are commenced within 12 months from the date of issuance thereof, and unless the proposed construction is completed within 2 years of the date of issuance, after which the permit may be extended by payment of 1/2 the origination fee. D, revocation. If the building, electrical, or plumbing inspector shall find at any time that this section, laws, orders, plans, and specifications are not being complied with, and that the holder of the permit refuses to conform with a written warning or instruction has been issued to him, they shall revoke the building, electrical, plumbing permit by written notice posted at the site of the work. When any such permit is revoked, no person shall do any further work thereunder until the permit is reissued, excepting such work as the inspector may order to be done as a condition precedent to the reissuance of the permit, or he may require the preservation of human life and safety or property. Section E, report of violations. All police officers or other city officials shall report at once to the inspector any building, electrical, or plumbing work which is being carried out on without a permit as required by this section. Section F, records. The inspector shall keep a record of all permits, fees, and inspections, and shall make an annual report therein to the Common Council. This order shall take effect in passage, publication, and attestation as required by law. This is a first reading.
Thank you. Resolution number 69, tonight's consent agenda. Alderman Tully, please.
Thank you, Mayor. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 69, be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that the consent agenda for January 21st, 2020 is hereby adopted. A, vouchers payable for December 2019 in the amount of $52,750.43, and January 2020 in the amounts of $263,100.04. Payroll summary for January 3rd, 2020 in the amount of $161,678.23, and January 17, 2020 payroll in the amount of $161,732.80. B, council minutes from January 7th, 2020 of the Common Council. C, licenses as approved by the regulatory committee. We had 3 operators licensed tonight, 1 special Class B license for the Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin Conservation Club annual meeting, March 16th, 2020, at the Fairgrounds Activity Center. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Second by Alderwoman Byer. Any discussion?
Who were the operator license granted to?
Bianca Diaz for Speedway, Angela Guthridge for Main Street Station, and Scott Reynolds for Fairview.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor of approval of tonight's consent agenda, please signify by saying aye as Sarah calls your name.
Peachy?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
Randall?
Aye.
Tully?
Aye.
Kraus?
I abstain from the minutes of January 7, 2020.
Horn?
Aye.
Fire?
Aye.
Thank you. It's unanimous with 1 abstention from the minutes. Resolution number 70, a resolution authorizing to write off delinquent personal property bills for 2018. Alderman Peachy, please.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor Upperman, fellow council members, and citizens of Jefferson. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 70, be resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson that the city administrator is hereby authorized to delete the following personal property bills from the accounts receivable. The year is 2018. We have 4 of them. ASHCLO Rockwell Properties in the amount of $54.35. Hillside Jefferson LLC, $321.40. Life Force Fitness, $203.24. And Urbans, $827.14 for a grand total of $1,406.13. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brandel. Any discussion?
Although these amounts are being written off our taxes, they are still going to be required to pay. Is that correct?
They're still on the books. We could still collect them if we got a lead as to where they are. We will be notifying the other taxing authorities, and they'll pay us their proportionate share of this amount.
Thank you.
Any other questions? And it should be noted that the resolution to write off personal property bills in no way impedes the collection process or dissuades the persistence of the city attorney in his collection efforts. So, it's an accounting move. So, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, please signify by saying aye as Sarah calls your name. No if you're opposed.
Alderman Miller?
Aye.
Randall?
Aye.
Tully?
Aye.
Kraus?
Aye.
Horn?
Aye.
Fire?
Aye.
Peachy?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Resolution number 71, a resolution authorizing the purchase of a replacement ambulance. Alderman Brandel, please.
Honorable Mayor Opperman, fellow council members, and citizens of Jefferson. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 71, whereas Jefferson Emergency Medical Services, EMS, currently operates a fleet of 3 ambulances, and whereas Jefferson EMS has scheduled one of these vehicles, a 2001 Ford F-350 Horton ambulance, currently numbered number 756, for retirement from active service due to its age and obsolescence. And whereas the City of Jefferson FY 2020 capital improvement and equipment budget includes an appropriation in the amount of $250,000 to fund the purchase of a new replacement ambulance for vehicle number 756. And whereas Jefferson EMS has developed specifications for a replacement ambulance and solicited bids from 3 different vendors to supply a replacement ambulance, of which 2 provided quotations for the sale of said ambulance. And whereas Jefferson EMS is recommending the purchase of a 2020 Ford F-550 4x2 Custom Horton Conversion Model 623 ambulance per specifications from Foster Coach Sales Incorporated at a final cost of $240,298, which includes a trade-in allowance for the 2001 Ford F-350 Horton ambulance, vehicle 756. And whereas the Finance Committee has reviewed and concurred with the recommendation of Jefferson EMS, And now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that it hereby approves and authorizes the purchase of a 2020 Ford F-550 4x2 Custom Horton Conversion Model 623 ambulance from Foster Coach Sale Incorporated in the amount of $240,298, which includes a trade allowance for a 2001 Ford 350 Horton ambulance scheduled to be retired from service. I so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Second by Alderman Kraus. And discussion. We have with us tonight paramedic Bryce Wagner and Chief Ron Wagner. You want to come up and give us the same brief presentation that you shared with the Finance Committee earlier tonight, please?
So we started meeting with ambulance vendors in April of 2019. FDIC started looking at some ambulances. We met with, we currently have 3 Hortons bought from Foster Coach. We like what they got. Between what we built with Lifeline and Horton, it's apples to apples. What difference there is between the 2 trucks really comes down to dollars and cents.
Any questions of Bryce?
I realize a 2001 vehicle is, almost 20 years old. And what kind of, did they give us any trade-in allowance on that? Is there any worth in it?
They offered us $6,500 for it.
This is a much bigger vehicle, the 350 going to a 550,
Yeah.
and that comes complete, I want to say tricked out for an ambulance, and I don't know a better term to use for it.
Yeah. No, it's got everything that we have asked for.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, please signify by saying aye as Sarah calls your name. No if you're opposed.
Mr. Brandel.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Kraus.
Aye.
Horn.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Peachy.
Aye.
Miller.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Peachy,
Second.
seconded by Mrs. Byer. All in favor signify by saying aye. 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 Good night. Thank you.